What is up, y'all? Everyone having a good night? Because I sure am. What is up, everyone? Uh, let's see who all is here. Because I think we got a ton of people in here already, it looks like. Dougie from Bald and Dangerous was the first one. Well, welcome, Dougie. Welcome, welcome. Charlie is a close second, but if I remember right, later in the chat, I think Charlie told Dougie about it, and Dougie came straight over. So, Pete Berlinski is in the house, going shopping for some fish today. So excited. Corridoras, a pistogramma, or whiptail, depending on what's available. Sounds like you're going to have a good day, man. Good luck. Daryl Deemer is in the house. What is up, Daryl? And Dank Tanks is in the house. What is up, Dank? It's been a minute. Let's see who else is here. I already said Charlie, Dank, and Daryl, and Dougie. Wow. Fish Out of Water Aquariums is here. He says, I'm waiting. Well, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Jad Orsi is here. She says hello. What is up, Jad? Turbo Fish is here. What is up, man? What is up? Devin Peppers is here. What is up, Devin? Real Thing for You is here. Says hi, all. Peter Thiel is here. What is up, Peter? I'll tell you what. I really don't think I did a whole lot of anything today. I'm trying to think of what I actually... Oh, I made a video. That's the only thing I did all day long. I sat down and put all my clips together, and I edited it, rendered it, and uploaded it. And that's all I did. It was a Pleco versus Food video that I did last night. So 54 Punchy is in the house. Hello, fishy internet people. What is up, Punchy? Vinoksky Tank is here. Good evening, everyone. What is up? Welcome to the stream. About missed you there. But other than that, I didn't do anything. I got to do water changes in here tomorrow. I'm supposed to be working on a project. And if I don't start the project this weekend, I probably won't get to do it next weekend, so I won't get to start on it until the next weekend. But now the baseball's over, I can do projects during the week too, so I don't know. Today I was kind of feeling lazy. I just sat around and I made that video, which did take quite a few hours, so it's not like I was totally not doing anything today. But Fish Out of Water says, I'm thinking about opening a fish store. Who would like to help build it? Oh no. I don't know if I'd be much help, man. Steve, Salty Shrimp, Shrimpery, and more is here. What's up, man? What is up, Steve? What is up? Welcome to the stream. Mary RNH2O is here. She says, hello all. What is up, Mary? Nice to have you here. Friday Fish Facts is here. What is up, Fish Fam? What is up, Friday Fish Facts? Welcome to the stream. So what is everyone up to? Jeremy from Sergeant Tank Pets is in the house, and he says, hey, buddy, what is up, Jeremy? What is up? What is everyone up to on this awesome Saturday? I should have done a lot of stuff outside today because, man, it was nice and cool outside today. I mean, it is a nice breeze outside. I think Dank is up to tankiness, is what he's trying to say. You're My Boy Blue. That was a good movie. I use that a lot. I've got a beard hair that is blowing in the wind, but I can't get it. Okay. Guess I got it. Oh well. Anybody have anything cool go on this weekend? Heather Nielsen is in the house. She says hi, Jeffro. She didn't say hi to anyone else, just me. What is up, Heather? Welcome to the stream. I was trying to think of, oh, Dank sent me some pictures. I don't know, since I don't have a thing pulled up, I'll just do it old school because I didn't really prepare for this, but I think I mentioned it Wednesday night that Dank had, I think, 2 of his tadpoles finally turn into frogs, and he sent this picture, I believe, this morning. I've got to get it set up on my OBS here to have it ready, that way I can put these pictures up. But Dank sent this to me today, if you guys can see that. That is one of his babies that he raised. I don't know if it's showing up very well for you guys, but it is really, really cool, isn't it? Isn't that cool? There we go, it's focused. So Dank raised that from an egg through the whole tadpole stage, and now it's a little frog. A little blue poison dart frog, and it's beautiful. I love that little thing. It's so cute. It was a really good picture. Yeah, it's on Dank's Instagram. DankTanks315. Let's see who else is here. Pete asks, who got some new fish this weekend? Oh, Lumpy Dog's in the house. Welcome, Lumpy Dog. Let's see. Somebody else new was in the house too down here. Oddball Aquatics is here. Hey, y'all. What is up, Oddball Aquatics? Zill Gill is here. Hi, Jeff and everyone else. What is up, man? There was somebody else that I missed. Peter says, people selling used aquariums are nuts. Someone selling a used 55 for $100. I told them that I was looking for a deal. Petco is selling 55s for 70 bucks. I will pay 40. She wants 50. Do it? She wants 50? I thought you said she wanted 100. I will pay 40. She wants 50. 50 for a 55. I guess if it came with a stand and maybe at least comes with like the lids, maybe a set of glass lids and some lights, or like the plastic lids with lights or something. If it came with the stand, because I bought 2 55 gallons one time and a wrought iron stand, and both of the 55 gallons came with the lids and lights, and they also came with heaters and sponge filters and 2 hang on the backs, and I think I paid right at $100 for all of that. That's what I kind of like to do. Raph Cabrera is in the house. What's up, Jeff Rose? What is up, Raph? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Charlie says, don't do it. Priscilla MK Art is in the house. Hello, Jeff O. Peace sign. So she's saying, okay. Oh, Mary says, hey at Jeff. I forgot to say hi back. Well, hello, Mary. Priscilla, the countdown is about to happen. So what's it gonna be? You gonna show my subscribers some of your fish in your fish room? I know you invited me to your place to meet you and your husband and your kiddo or kiddos, but are you gonna let me do some filming so I can show them your fishies, and maybe some of your artwork, you know, show a little behind the scenes. Let's see here. Boy, I really missed a lot. So Peter says, I negotiated her down from 100. She has no standard lid. Yeah, 50. Whenever I go into a negotiation, I always try to think of dollar per gallon in my mind, But when you can get $1 per gallon at, as a brand new, but you can't on the 55s ever, and there's a reason why, is because they're pretty good tanks. They're worth more than 50. So I guess it just depends on what kind of shape it's in, man. Because I got those two 40-gallon breeders and a stand for $65, and that's a steal. To me, I don't know. Depends on how bad you need it or want it. If it was a little bit more rare of a tank, I could see that. But Oddball Aquatic says my Corey's laid a bunch of eggs today. First time with Corey eggs. Wish me luck. And I posted an update of that mutant guppy. I've got it's super creepy. I can't read tonight. Yeah, Charlie says, nah, get a new 55, Peter. And Oddball says, laid, not paid. Oh, Mary was talking to Lumpy Dog Jeff, not Jeffroz Jeff. She probably had already said hi to me too. Dank says, hopefully I can find someone to buy some of these frogs off of me. I'm sure they'll go, Dank. Just mark them down $1 a piece. So Our Aquatics must be here because someone said hi, Our. Our Aquatics is in the house. What is up, fellow fish keepers? What is up with you? You were rude, LOL. How was I rude? How was I rude, Priscilla? I'm not meaning to be rude. Priscilla cracked the whip. Let's see. 13 watching right now. Well, it says 21 for me, but I'm probably really far behind in the chat. Smash the like, folks. Thanks, Friday. Rickard Rocks is here. What is up? Tank says Teenage Mutant Ninja Guppies. Priscilla says, I suppose should clean my tanks. I would say if you just clean the outside viewing panel, just the outside of it, because that's all I do whenever I video all my tanks. I know that things aren't perfect, we'll get through it. Don't go too crazy, though. Lumpy Dog says, Jeffro and I are darn near twins. Doesn't matter which Jeff is spoken to. You are correct, Lump. You are correct. Let's see. All right. Mary says she loves frogs. Yep. I do too. I just got into frogs not too long ago, and Dank is a pusher. He's a frog pusher. He's got me into this hobby, and now I can't turn back. I'm really loving my little dumpy frogs, though. Oddball Aquatic says, did all my water changes today and ran Weed Eater and pulled weeds, and I'm tired, LOL. Yeah, I didn't do a whole lot of manual labor. I would say probably every tank in the house needs to be done because I did them in such a short span. I did them all in 2 days last week. I'm thinking about, on this new little aquarium back here, trying a little project thing. I had to get a new light for it this week, and the light comes in the other day, and it wasn't really what I ordered, so it kind of had me confused. And I went back to my Amazon order and I looked, and sure enough, it wasn't what I ordered. It was like better. It's a little bit better of a light than what I paid for and everything, so I don't know what happened there. I'm just kind of confused on it, but it's got all kinds of really cool settings on it, and it's got this one that mimics lightning. So predominantly it's like a dark blue, but then every once in a while it does some flashes and some flickers, and it looks like lightning down in the water. It's kind of cool. So I'm thinking about maybe trying a little project to try to fool those bristlenose into doing some breeding. They're just right at the brink. They're getting to be the right size. So I'm going to do some dinking around with them. Let's see here. John Bedker's in the house. He says, buy the new 55 for $70. Just consider the extra $20 in insurance policy against tank blowout. That's a great bit of advice there. Because if the 55 does blow out, you're out your 50 bucks. Mary says, cool. Is it expensive to make a habitat? Well, the first one that I got wasn't very expensive. I bought it as a kit. So it was somewhere around $100, and then the frogs were like 50 a piece, 40 something a piece, you know. So a couple $100, and then buy crickets all the time, you know. So wasn't that bad. But the one that I'm working on right now is really expensive. You know, I mean, it's a lot, but it's going to be really awesome. And it's kind of still a secret, so I can't talk about it. Our Aquatic says Phoenix has the weather stuff also. And yeah, this one isn't a Phoenix, and I can't really off the top of my head think of the brand of it. It's a 48-inch light, and it was only like 65 bucks, somewhere around in there. So it's not like one of your more expensive ones. So it's like a cheaper model, I guess you would say. Yeah, Mary. The first one that I bought was... So the first one I bought was the Exoterra 12 by 12 by 18, I think, or something like that. And it comes with a foam rock wall on the back, and then it comes with a kit that has like 4 different plastic plants, and it comes with like a bendable vine, and then it comes with like some coconut shavings for like substrate, and then it comes with a water dish, and it comes with a light on the top, and it's got glass doors that opens in the front, and it was right around $100 shipped to my door. Dank says, I have a video on how to build a tank, and I will answer any questions with links. Just ask Jeffro. Yeah, Dank has walked me through a lot of this. So the second one that I'm building is more of a vivarium instead of terrarium. Like the first thing that I bought was like a terrarium. So I just spray down once a day to keep the humidity going for the froggies. And, you know, I've got 2 live plants in there now, but it doesn't require a whole lot of misting. The new one that I bought is a whole vivarium, and I'm going to have to build it from scratch and everything. Mary says, okay, great. I need to get started saving up and get one ready. Thanks, Jeffro and Dank. I'm going to get some frogs then soon. Yeah, that little dart frog, that's the next one that I'm going to get, is dart frogs. They are awesome. They come in all kinds of colors too. Let's see. Fish Out of Water says, I usually drop 200 in every tank I set up. That's just in decorations. Yeah, you know, even though on those 40-gallon breeders, I got them for really a big steal. You know, the lights that go across them are what, 40 inches plus. They were 60 bucks a pop probably. The hang on the back filters, like the top 40-gallon breeder, it's got 2 aqua clear 50s, and then the bottom one has an aqua clear 50. I had to buy heaters for both of them because they're pleco tanks. Yeah, you get a lot of money wrapped up in them. What I like to do right now is, like, every once in a while when I get the itch to buy a new fish, I've got a bunch of empty aquariums going on that fish rack in there. Like right now I've got like 5 or 6 empty tanks So like when I bought those zebra danios and made that video, you know, those zebra danios cost me like $4 or less for both of them, and I was able to do an unboxing type of video for them, and everybody really liked that video. And then I did make a video about me spawning them too, and that one will be coming up probably this next week, I would say. Charlie says, Jeffro, do the frogs sing at night? I have no experience with them at all. LOL. They do every once in a while. They don't always, but they do every once in a while. When I first got them, I had them here in my bedroom, just right over here. And the very first night or the second night, like 2 in the morning, I hadn't been in bed very long. One of them climbed up to the top of the vine. Like 2 minutes after you shut out the light at nighttime, they get out and they start roaming. And one of them climbed up to the top of the vine and just started croaking. It's cool. But then last weekend, I made a video about, I was working in the fish room, and one of the projects that I had was to take that down and clean all the substrate out and freshen it up. And I put a couple new live plants in there and stuff. Got rid of all of the plastic plants now, but they started croaking during the daytime that time, and that was the first time they'd ever really croaked during the day, so I thought that was pretty cool. Dank says, frogs are sweet. Any kind you end up with getting, you will enjoy. Dank says his red-eye tree frogs sing at night. I just about bought some red eyes. That's what I was gonna get when I first started looking for frogs. So Punchy says, I am hoping when I get my frogs that they don't croak. Well, now I have mine in an area of the home where nobody can hear them at nighttime. I've got them in my dining room, and my youngest son's bedroom's just off the dining room, but he keeps his door shut at nighttime so that his air conditioner will keep his room cool. And then I'm on the other side of the house, and then my other son is upstairs, so if they do croak in the nighttime now, we don't really know about it. Sometimes when I'm still up watching TV or something, I'll hear them in there singing. So that's what you have to do, Punchy. You have to put them in a place in your home where at nighttime, if they do croak, you don't hear them. Because when I woke up at 2 that time, I got up, I turned on the lights, I'm like, whoa. And there he was just looking at me like, what? And then I figured out what it was, and then I shut the light off and went back to bed, and he never made another noise. Mad Cypress LL is in the house. What is up? What is up? Welcome. Dank says, and they are active during the day. I'm assuming he's meaning the blue dart frogs. The blues call is a faint buzz like a bee. That's cool. Corey Boy Aquatics is in the house, and he says, what's up, Jeffro? What is up, Corey Boy? Charlie says, LOL, Dougie, crickets, frogs, I love it. The crickets that I got the other day, I gut loaded them with, what is that stuff? Bug Burger or something like that from Rapashi. It's like a gel food. Charlie says, Mary, don't encourage Dougie. Dank says, and a frog's call is called a trill, just so everyone knows. Cool. I didn't know that. That's funny. Well, I am at the bottom of the chat. They are trilling. I like your Tokay's bark, or whatever you call it. I guess his would be called a bark, wouldn't it, Dank? Yeah, Oddball Aquatic says, the more you know. LOL. Croaking. Yeah, so Dank's basically picking at me saying croaking. Because I'd always thought a frog's trill was a croak. Trilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool. Priscilla MK Art says, gotta charge my phone. Laters. We'll see you later, Priscilla. Fishaholic Habit says, hi guys. How the devil are we? We're doing good. Welcome. I haven't heard anybody say how the devil are you in a long time. So Punchy says, I got a cockatiel once that kept me up for several nights until I figured out that he was making the sound of a fire alarm battery. The people I got him from must have needed 2 batteries. That reminds me, back whenever I very first started talking to Dank, he had made a video and his fire alarm, I think, needed the battery changed or something in it because it was doing that, well, not that sound, but beep, beep, you know? And I remember teasing him about it. Dank. That's a good one, Dank. Punchy says, yep, I was actually making a pun on the croaking. That is funny. Corey Boy Aquatic says, I tried to get Electric Blue Dimsy, but the shop was out. That sucks. Yeah, it does, man. Fishaholic says, pleasure to be here. Hope everyone's well. I think it sounds like everybody's doing pretty good. Video output low. Am I buffering, guys? My stream health is really low. Oh, you're too funny, Dank. So today, I didn't post it to Instagram yet. I will. But today, last night's video that I made was pleco versus food, and it was a type of food that I feed all my plecos all the time already anyhow. Yes, I'm buffering. Am I buffering for everybody? Let's see here. Okay. I think it's looking better now. Everybody refresh, I guess. Because I refreshed and it looks better. Dougie says twice here and again. Work on the iPad. Not on the TV, LOL. Romaine Paul, don't worry, I'm used to it. He dipstick. That is so funny. Okay, so Mary says she's good. I think it's YouTube actually because my CPU is putting out green. So my computer is showing a high CPU and it's green on my health. Fishaholic Habit says, I've just recently got rid of a few fish from my aquarium, and ever since my shrimp have came out from hiding, to say I'm happy is an understatement. But could anyone recommend a shoal of nanofish? What? Oh, you had guppies? Let's see. No, what kind of fish did you have? Because I've kept neon blue tetras, like 12 or 14 of them before with shrimp, and they did really good. Charlie says it's not that bad, so keep it going, bud. All right, sounds good. Michelle Angel is here. What is up, Michelle? I'm thinking of getting some carbon rillies from Surge. Awesome. Carbon rillies are awesome. Corey Boy Aquatic says, nope, all fish eat shrimp. Yeah, you just have to have places for the shrimp to hide. You know, you got to get a big rock pile for them. So the shrimplets will live in the rock pile for quite a while until they get big enough that the fish can't eat them. And then they come out. I have a really good success rate with shrimp and fish in the same tank. But it's because I got a great big rock pile. Harlequin rasboras are good with shrimp, but they will eat some of the babies, Heather says. Devin says ember tetras, or they are red and small. I'm trying to find some wild neo shrimp to add in with my scarlet battas. Yeah, I saw you on the Lucas stream last night, and I've got a wild shrimp tank, but I don't have near the numbers to be able to sell. And that's what I was getting ready to start talking about whenever my stream started buffering a little bit, is I seen a really cool green shrimp. Dank's looking for green shrimp, and I've got a really cool green shrimp in this wild tank over here. And I saw my white one today that is white and then has like a red band kind of around its chest, and it's a cool one. Haven't seen my chocolate one in a while. The weird thing about it is the really cool colored ones are big females, and they're buried, and they go and they hide out until they have all their babies. But when I reached my arm down in there a little bit ago, the tank felt a little cool, so I think I need to turn the heater up. Dank says, I've been thinking about breeding some CPDs, Celestial Pearl Daniels. Jeffro, you should too. I love those fish. I could probably do that in whenever I get that little grow out tank for my super reds going. Fishaholic Habit says, thanks guys, but I'm confident there's enough hiding places and lots of moss for most of the shrimplets to hide, hopefully. Yep. I've got I got 3 tanks in the house that have shrimp in it and fish, and my success rate is really good. Heather says, yeah, I only have a few wild neos too. I've got quite a few, but not enough to really get rid of any. I'd like to just kind of blow up that tank. I don't even really have a rock pile in there either. That's probably what the deal is. I do have a lot of plants in there, but I really need to get a rock pile in there. I've got grass shrimp breeding, but I really want to get neos. Yeah. Our Aquatic says he wants to breed some CPDs also. Yeah, Dank says they look like little trouts. I agree. Fishaholic Habit says, next question, then I'll get off your case. LOL. Looking for an easy to keep foreground carpeting plant which would do well with root tabs. Much appreciated. Well, I'll tell you what I've done. I have tried dwarf hairgrass. I've tried dwarf chain swords, and I've tried Monte Carlo, and I was not successful in any 3 of those. But I believe the biggest reason why is because in all 3 attempts I had plecos in that tank, and those plecos just mow that stuff down. I had heard when I got the Monte Carlo, I'd heard it was really hard to go, but I was really doing good with it, and then all of a sudden the plecos just started tearing it up. So I gave up on the carpeting. I would love to have carpet in my tank, but yeah, Charlie says the trout I catch are just a little bit bigger. That's one of my favorite types of fishing. So I grew up about an hour away from a trout farm hatchery down in Missouri, and probably 2 or 3 times a year when I was growing up, me and my dad would go down there, And for $5 you get a tag that you put on your hat, and at like 6 in the morning they do this great big siren, and you had like a limit of 5 that you could catch, and they were different types, but you know, hardly any of the little brook trouts. You know, it was mostly rainbows and some of the larger trout species, but it was a lot of fun. And I'll tell you what bait I always used, and I would always catch my limit every time I went, and that was mini colored marshmallows. Those trout love those, and you just use a small hook and a mini colored marshmallow, and I always would tag out really quick. Bob Kaler's Fish Hobby is here. Says, evening Jeffro and everyone. What is up, Bob Kaler? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Dank says, don't try to break it up. It makes it a lot harder. Gotcha. I've got some dwarf chainsword right now that's hanging around. One of them, I got two baskets from Aquarium Co-op, and that's probably had to have been about 2 months ago now. And one of them melted all the way back to where it doesn't look like it's going to live. The other one melted back, but it's on the rebound, and it's looking pretty good. But it's not spreading anywhere. Fishaholic Habit says, thanks team. Devin Pepper says, what plants would you recommend with plecos, especially bristlenose? Boy, I know that they tear up a lot of plants, like I think the sword plants, or maybe the Val, I can't remember. Lots of times in my pleco tanks, I'll do like Java fern, like the window get a bunch of that and like glue it to the backs of like driftwood. That one works good. Oddball Aquatic says, I've got too many tanks and too much to do to have a carpeted tank, lol. Jungle tanks. I love jungle tanks. I can't wait until my tanks are really old and mature. I don't do CO2 on any of them, so mine has to go the easy route with like, or the slow route with root tabs and you know, easy green. That's all I do with mine, and water changes. Charlie says, Jeffro, I'm in New Hampshire, so it's native brook trout. Outstanding color. Yeah, the brook trouts are beautiful. Only ones we've got here, I think, in Iowa, like second or third year that I lived here, I drove up with one of my ex-wife's uncles up to northeastern Iowa, and there's some streams up there, and they had little brown trout. They're a little small one, and then some brook trouts, and I'm pretty sure the brook trouts stay pretty small too, if I remember right. But Allison Chains is in the house. She says, hi Jeffro and everyone. I watched your catfish bait video. It's awesome. Jealous. In my state, it's illegal to have more than one pole. Well, I had another fisherman with me too, but you know, we both had 2 poles apiece too, so we had one of them casted out with the catfish bait, and then we were just walking the banks. I don't know if it's illegal here or not, actually. I don't know. I just always have done that ever since I was a kid. But that video's up over 21,000 views now. I wish one of my fish keeping videos would get that big. And the stinkiest thing about it is, so prior to February, I was like 250 or more subscribers, somewhere around in there. And I had my channel monetized, even though I wasn't making any money or anything like that, you know. It was just whenever I was able to start monetizing my channel, I did. And in February, they took it away from all of us YouTubers that were below 1,000 subscribers, and said, you know, you had to have 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers. And instantly, whenever that happened, is when that video started taking off. So I look back on it now and I'm like, man, if I would have been able to keep my monetization, I probably would have made a pretty good little bit of pocket change off of that video. And it's like, it makes me wonder, because I'm like 33 subscribers away from 1,000 now. And it makes me really wonder, are they going to still promote that video after I get monetization back? You know what I mean? Because I got a couple of others that are up over 10,000 now, and one knocking on the door. So I'm kind of anxious to see how they do it. So, let's see here. Yeah, Devin says, would you recommend getting plecos for Mile High Plecos? Absolutely, and I'm going to his house this stream next Saturday, if he'll let me. Will probably be with him, because I will be at his house this time next week in Colorado. Dank says, jungle tanks are my specialty, only of the terrestrial kind. Yeah. Charlie says, I have bristlenose and they don't bother my plants, dwarf fowl, pearlweed, etc. Zill says, I have Java sword that my plecos haven't destroyed in 9 years. Cool. Yep, Oddball says, easy green and root tabs too. Bob's asking, are you an RN? And I'm assuming that's to Mary, because I seen her answering questions. So, Dougie says spam's a good bait for catfish. Cool. I never would have thought of that. Charlie says, Jeff, do you need to come to New Hampshire for some brown fish? That would be awesome. I would love. I mean, last year was the first year that I'd went trout fishing in quite a while, and I went with my dad, and that ended up being the last time ever going fishing with my dad, because he passed away last September. And it had been quite a few years since I've been. Trout fishing, the biggest reason for me that they're one of my favorites is, you know, most of the time you're in a clear water stream and you can kind of see them and you can try to fish for them, and then they fight really good too. So glad you're going all the way. Glad to see you here. Oddball says YouTube's tripping. Yeah, it was like instantly, because like back in January, I remember that video had like 600 views, and I could probably look up the analytics to get it down, but it's like right after I lost my monetization, that video went from 600-ish, let's just say that, to now it's at 21,000 views. And if I would have had my monetization, you know, I would have got some change off of that for sure. Bob says, just home from the LFS with a pair of blue-eyed longfin yellow plecos. Awesome, man. Devin says, Jeffro, tell him I said to hurry up and get some albino longfins going for me. I need them. Yeah, I'm pretty positive that they still haven't. They might have produced a clutch. I can't remember. I haven't got to talk to him in so long because he's been moving. And, yeah. He was off all this last week, I'm pretty sure. Charlie says, sorry, buddy, I know how you feel. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Fishaholic Habits says, hopefully going tomorrow with a few videos, catches to be had. Good deal, man. Good luck. Mary says she always wanted some of those plecos. I've got one longfin, but it's not a blue eye. She's pretty. I've just got one. Allison Chain says, took my mystery snails out of a pearl weed carpeted tank. They tore up the carpet. Would ram's horns be hard on it? You know what? I see ram's horns on all of my plants all the time, but I don't see any damage. Like the ones that have, like the tanks that I have that have the pond snails in them, they damage my plants. But the ram's horn snails, they never do damage any of my plants. And they're on them, you know, so I would look it up just to make for sure, but from my experience, my ram's horn snails aren't hard on my plants, and I see them on my plants. So it's like maybe they're a little bit more gentle, but the pond snails just tear my plants up. They have holes in them everywhere when the pond snails are in there. Thanks, Mary. It's good. I highly recommend you try it. Corey Boy Aquatic says, okay. Catch you later, Jeff. Thanks for the stream. Well, thanks for coming, man. Appreciate it. Always nice to see you here. Bob says, emailed Michael yesterday to check on Trio of Super Reds. Haven't heard back yet. Yep. I talked to him for 1 second today. He sent me a, he sent me a Facebook request. And then, let's see. Oh, then after I accepted his Facebook request, he sent me a little video of, he had like these M1000s or something like that. And I don't know if it was a bucket or what, but he just sent me a text of a video that he made. So Dank says, yep, I need those blue-eye bristlenose. Dank says, yep, Jeffroz blowing up. It has grown, I'll tell you. It has been, oh, I see what you mean now. Ever since I decided to make this a fish keeping channel, the Fish Fam, so how I was explaining to one of my sons one night when we were talking about it, and I really believe this, guys. My channel before January, I was making fish keeping videos here and there, but my channel wasn't fish keeping, you know. It was just kind of a mixture, kind of like a vlogging channel, just making, but I was making production videos, you know, kind of like I am now, but not to do with fish keeping mostly. But when I decided to go full on fish keeping, it changed. And how it changed was, it's kind of like I've got some support out here. You guys are helping me grow. And you guys, every time I tell you guys thanks for your support and everything, everybody always says, well, I ain't doing anything. All I'm doing is watching your videos. But it's more than that. Before this, when I had my channel focused a different way, it was just by yourself. You didn't have a bunch of hobbyists. You know, there's no vlogging hobbyists out there. You know what I mean? Like, I guess there are some camera nerds, I guess you would say, but just, you don't get no support from them. I come over here to you guys, the Fish Fam community, and my channel's really growing. And it's all thanks to you guys. I mean, that's all there is to it. Dank says, I don't know. I just prefer them. No real reason. I'm just a purist. Dank says, that's what I call done day. LOL. Dank, your dipstick. Mary says, yeah, I got back on Instagram after years of not being there. Yeah, Instagram has helped me a lot too. Because 9 times out of 10, when someone follows me on Instagram, they see some of the videos that I share on Instagram, and that shoots them up to my profile on my Instagram, and then that shoots them over to my YouTube channel, and lots of times I gain subscribers that way. But it's also my favorite thing about Instagram is not just the helping my channel grow or anything, but it's to you know, like YouTube has a community tab where creators can go and kind of do like what you do on Instagram, you know, share videos and share stories and give you guys updates and all that kind of stuff. But I'm pretty positive you have to have like 10,000 subscribers to get that community tab. So that's what I like with the Instagram, is I can show you guys little bits and pieces of behind the scenes stuff, get you guys excited about what's coming up, and keep you guys updated on what's going on, and talk to you guys, you know, actually just be open with you guys. Oddball Aquatic says #FishFam. It's the truth, man. Let's see here. Yep, it sure is, Mary. Yeah, the I don't think I have ever bought any snails. And right now I have ram's horn snails, pond snails, which I would love to get rid of all my pond snails, but like they just won't go away. I've tried. And then I've got Malaysian trumpet snails, which I love the Malaysian trumpet snails, but all of those came in on plants. Um, the Tightly is in the house. What is up? Allison Chain says, Jeffro, I need to order ram's horns from you. I'll tell you, like every time I think that I don't have very many left, I pull out, like today, gosh, which aquarium was it? I think that little 30-gallon down there, I pulled a big chunk of cucumber out of there that I had fed my plecos overnight, and it was covered in ram's horn snails. So I just took it out to one of my summer ponds, and I just shook it off under the water, and they all just came off. So my summer ponds have a bunch out there. You guys that are following me on Instagram see that I ordered an owl this week. I ended up finding the only fish that I thought a crow had gotten one of my fish, for you guys that don't know. So I ordered an owl, like one of those plastic owls to deter birds and stuff, kind of like a scarecrow. And I found the guppy. It was dead down in some guppy grass. So I did find bird poo on the side of my tubs, so it's not going to hurt to have the owl out there, but every day I move it to a new spot. Charlie says, easy Statler, you crusty old fart. Okay. Okay. Kind of funny. That's so punny. Dank must have said something funny. So I think what I'm going to do tomorrow, why do you move it, Jeffro? So Dank, the other night, he's one of those in the fish hobby that I talk to on a daily basis, pretty much daily. He does have a new job now. He's got 2 jobs. The dude is working all the time, but me and him kind of have this brainwave type thing where we say something and we think of something at the same time and we talk about it. But I ordered that owl the other night, and instantly whenever I sent it back, he started giving me a rundown on what you got to do with it. And I had already researched it, and I knew exactly what he was saying is true. But you have to move the owl every so often, and I don't know how often. I'm just doing it every day. I'm putting it in a new spot every day. You have to have it perched above what you're trying to keep it, what you're trying to keep birds away from. You have to have it perched up above, and you have to move it because after so long the birds get to where they know that it's not a threat. And even when you're moving it all the time, they could still get to where they know it's not a threat. After I purchased mine, I got a cheapo, like $10, something like that, on Amazon. But after I purchased it, I seen one that had a head that just bobbles around and moves and stuff, and it goes all the way around in a circle with the wind and different things like that. That would be the one to get. But I'm pretty sure it was like 50 or 60 bucks if I remember right. Mary says, got the owl on the prowl. Yep, I definitely do. So one thing I've noticed though, the squirrels aren't coming around or anything, there's just not been any bird activity out there at all. And the owl does look freaky. He really does. Charlie says you need to explain Krusty. LOL. Bob says think the singing bass would be awesome. Yeah, definitely. If I wouldn't have already had the owl on order, that was a great idea. So next time I find one of those at a Goodwill or something, if it works, I'll definitely get that, because a bird goes into the motion sensor, and there's all kinds of motion sounds and all that, but like it's got sound and movement. The head and the tail move on that. So Mary says, wow, I need an owl. I got too many squirrels. Well, Dozer, my pit bull, he keeps the squirrels kind of away, but like since I've had the owl out there, I spend a lot of time out at my summer tubs, and I have not noticed any squirrels around the vicinity of the back porch at all. So those squirrels are noticing that owl, and they're like, we are not coming around. I guarantee you that's what it is. But after so long, the squirrels will get used to it being there, and they'll start coming back around. But I did notice that today. It was really, really eerily quiet, because Dozer, you'll usually hear him go to the end of his thing and bark and blah, 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 and run him up the tree and yada, yada, yada. When you're out there, you hear squirrels. There was not a squirrel in the backyard. I've got 2 great big giant trees in my backyard that are just squirrel homes, you know, and these squirrels are on high alert right now. It's kind of funny. The squirrels never bother me. The birds never do either. It's just after that guppy came up missing, and then I was scared that I lost my tiger endlers too, because if I lose my tiger endlers, I don't have backups inside. This is a new breeding stock for me. You know, guppies, I've got guppies inside, so if I lost every one of the guppies outside, I'd be good to go. But the rainbow tiger endlers, I don't have any backups. So Dank says crows are wicked smart too, and the reason why I know it's a crow is because out of the blue, out of nowhere, I mean, I've lived here for almost 17 years and never had any crows. Have had some owls in the past, but it's like just limited. They're here for a little while and then they're gone. But right before I noticed that that guppy was missing, I noticed a crow in the backyard when I was walking out one time. And he didn't fly off whenever I walked out either. He just walked around on the ground and walked a ways off, and then he flew off after I was on the porch for a while. And then like the next day I noticed some bird dew on the edges of the tub, and then I noticed that my guppy was gone, and I thought that my endlers were gone. So yeah, crows are wicked smart. Charlie said, Mary, you must be going nuts. LOL. Dank says they will drop walnuts in the road to let car run them over for easier eating. That's smart, dude. That's using a tool, in my opinion. Yeah. Yep, they are definitely smart. But they're also kind of dumb. So whenever you're going squirrel hunting and a squirrel climbs up a tree that doesn't have a nest in it, they go around the backside of the tree as you walk around the tree, and they think you're outsmarting them. But all you got to do is take your hat off, you know, have your gun ready and aimed at the spot where they are at on the opposite side of the tree, and you just take your hat off and throw it around the tree, and they come right around, and you're just done deal. Squirrels aren't smarter than us. They're smart, they're intelligent. I'll give them that on the squirrel nut in the road, but they're easy to get. Mary says crows cawing gets on my nerves. Definitely. There's also some kind of an old wives' tale that if a crow is outside your bedroom window crowing or cawing, whatever you call it, that's a sign that there's going to be a death in the family or something like that. Oh, Dank says crows, not a squirrel. I didn't know they ate nuts. Angelo's Fish Tank says, hi all. Hi Jeff, what is up, man? Welcome to the stream. We're getting close to the end of it, but Dank Tank says squirrels are dumb. John says my squirrels will take food out of my hand. That's awesome, man. Yeah, and just so you guys know, I haven't killed a squirrel in years. I mean, I used to go squirrel hunting when I was younger and stuff, but I would always eat them and stuff like that. But um, yeah, I don't really care for squirrel all that much, and I'm not much of a hunter just to be hunting, so I haven't went squirrel hunting in a long time. Croaking. Hello, Angelo. Hey, Angela. Everybody saying hi. Uh, Bob says, have a large group of vultures that winter roost in my grove of pine trees up the hill from my house. Those dudes are massive. Yeah, they are, man. Fishaholic Habits says, long we got left. How long we got left? I don't know. I usually go an hour. I don't really have much going on. We maybe go for 30 more minutes, somewhere around in there. I haven't done a longer live stream in quite a while, so as long as there's people here, we'll go for a little longer. There's 19 people watching now, so, and I can't tell how many likes we got, so I can't even say. How's everyone doing tonight? We're doing good, man. How are you doing? What have you got going on? I know that you've got stuff going on because I watched pretty much your raised bed build. That was cool. And I'm pretty sure you're the one, I'm talking to Angelo's Fish Tanks here. I'm pretty sure you're the one that has the little summer pond that you did the little shower filter thing over the top of it too. Steve says, for tonight, Charlie, sheetrock tomorrow. So Steve must be building. Nice. Oh, somebody said 2 a.m. there. Fishaholic Habit says it's nearly 2 a.m. here. Late night, but worth it. I'm drinking. Last night I was up till 2 in the morning, and then I was back up at like 7:30 this morning, something like that. So I went on low sleep. So all afternoon I kept on dozing. So yesterday, no, on 4th of July, I made some sun tea, and I've got some tea, so I guarantee I'll be up late because I usually don't have caffeine in the nighttime. So I'll be up late tonight, and I'm not even feeling tired at all now. Fishaholic Habit says, looks like I'm up for another 30 minutes. Dank Tank says, is that a record? Is what a record, Dank? If you're meaning an hour and a half live stream, I am, I've done 2 that were 2 hours, I'm pretty sure. There was one night I went an hour and 20 minutes because I thought Dank was going to show up, and he never did. So that was one of those nights where he was like, I got to walk the dog. I can't make it to your stream. I got to charge my phone. Jeff, I won't be there tonight. Peter says a good group. I agree. Angelo's Tank says, loving all the highs. Thanks, everyone. Yep. I can't hardly go to a live stream at all without the first 5 minutes that I go to a live stream, people saying hi to me. The Fish Fam are a bunch of awesome people, and we're all a bunch of live stream junkies too, you know. I mean, really. Somebody must have talked about some raccoons. Okay. Sorry I'm late, Jeff. Just picked up and released a few more fancies in the pond. Awesome. I did that a couple of weeks ago. I was at my LFS, and he had a new set of, gosh, they were panda males, and they were just beautiful. And I put both of those in one of my summer ponds, and one of them has already died. So, guppies do not like my water. What I have to do with guppies is I have to get them to breed quickly, and then their babies all survive and can live in my water. It's like my water is just way too soft. And in the ponds, I didn't prepare for that because all of the guppies that I had were fish that I raised from here. So I didn't prepare to harden the water up at all, and I put those bad boys out there and they died. And those fancy guppies just don't like my water. So I don't have very good luck with buying them. Looks like, oh, okay, I already read that one. Peter says I have 26 likes. Thanks, Peter. Oddball Aquatic says no bird issues, just a stupid raccoon who lives in my attic. Live trapped him twice and relocated. He's back again. Well, I'll tell you, I don't know where you live, but here, we are supposed to, if we live trap them, call the DNR in our county, and they will come and relocate them for us. And I think that's a law here. I don't know about where you're at, and I'm not saying, hey, you broke the law or anything like that. I think what the deal is here is they want to keep track, because like if something has something, they don't want it to spread somewhere. So like squirrels and raccoons and stuff like that, if you do trap them, or like a groundhog, sometimes groundhogs will dig under your utility buildings and stuff like that, and cause a problem, so you have to live trap them. But if you call the DNR, they will take them way out and release them a long ways off. I know cats, they come back. Different animals have, you know, like they say even alligator, like I think Steve Irwin was talking about this, so it was Crocs. They've got some kind of sonar type stuff in there, and they will come right back to the place where you got them from. So they have to really do some tricky stuff with those. Steve says, yes, sir. I'll post up some Insta, a picture or two. Cool. Let's get you. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 dun. Mary says, I love fancy goldfish. I do too. I've got some really cool ones in this little 55 gallon over here. I'm like, which way? My little 55 gallon over here. I'd gotten some king cobra males, like 6 of them. And I had a bunch of yellow females in there. And the king cobras ended up not making it, but they did breed all of my guppies. So now I've got a bunch of different variations of king cobras. So like I've got some yellow ones that look like king cobras, but they're yellow, and that is just like amazing. And then I've got some like king cobra bodies, but orange tail fin and top fin. It's like crazy. Allison Chain says, Dank, you have a video on your froglet? He's got tons of videos on his froglet. Dank, you can put your, or what do you call it, link your channel in there if you want. If people want to go see, he's got tons of videos on his stuff. Well, not tons, but Fishaholic Habit says, when I bought my house, it came with a free wasp nest. Ooh. My mom, one time, whenever I was a little boy, it scared me to death. She was mowing the yard. We lived out in the country on a farm, and she was mowing the yard, and all of a sudden I hear the loudest scream, and a wasp had came down out of a wasp nest that we hadn't noticed, and just hit her on the shoulder, and it knocked her down. It hit her so hard. So yeah, crazy, man. Dank says, no, I've been so busy lately, it's been hard to do anything with my current technology situation. But you've got some frog videos in the past that they could go and watch. Peter says, groundhog is delicious. You know what, Peter? You know, my nickname is Jeffroz, and that's for a reason, because I come from down in the Ozarks, southern Missouri. So pretty much hillbilly. But groundhog is probably one of the only wild game that I've never ate. We used to have a church that would, like, once every 6 months or so have like what was called a wild game feast. I've ate just about everything out there. I mean, bear, porcupine, rattlesnake, squirrel, possum, raccoon, I mean, rabbit, of course. I've ate a lot of rabbit and a lot of squirrel, but groundhog, I don't think I've had groundhog. Angelo says, and I might have already read this, but maybe not the whole thing. I just picked up 4 fancy goldfish. I never knew they were that expensive. Yeah, I picked up some full reds one time off of uh, Aquabid, and they were really expensive. They were nice though. And then like the Moscows, the purple and the black Moscows, they can get really expensive. There's a Facebook group that are selling guppies now in my area, kind of close, like an hour and 45 minutes away. They're called Guppy Army, I think is what it is, and they've got a bunch of nice ones. Oddball says, I'm in Indy, not super sure of the laws other than you have to have permission to release wherever you do, but I live in the middle of nowhere, so everyone knows everyone. LOL. So, that reminds me, Oddball, last night when I was in Lucas's live stream, originally I was going to go to Lucas's house to do a fish room tour. Like, I think at first we were talking about the end of July, but at the end of July I'm going to see Jeremy from Sergeant Tank Pets, and he's up in Michigan. But then I'm going to come back, and I need to reach out to Lucas and iron down when I'm coming in August. But I am going to come see Lucas in August, and it'll probably be on a like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you are close to Lucas and you would be interested in me stopping by and doing a meetup or like one of those fish room tours, reach out to me, and I'd be more than happy if I got time to stop by and see you, man. Mary says, I gotta check them out when I get done here. Dang. I have videos on my frogs, LOL. Yeah, he does. Most of the time, you guys are talking about on phone versus computer. So like right now, I'm on my computer. I have a better experience when I'm on my computer. So when I go to live streams, I like to be on the computer better because I can type out all my questions. When I'm in my living room, I'll pull the live stream up on my big screen, on my Roku, but then I will comment on my phone. So I'll pull the live stream up on my phone and pause it, and then I'll comment in the chat. But like Bob's live streams and Joel's live streams, 9 times out of 10, I am at my computer right here, where all the magical videos are made. Peter says he smokes his groundhog. It is awesome. I would love to have a smoker. Dank Tank says, Jeff, we gonna go get us some sang? Oh boy, I don't know what that means, Dank. Angelo's Fish Tank says, sorry, I gotta run. Everyone have a wonderful night. Much love. Thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate it. Whoa. Okay, Dougie says, Jeffro, need to go after 2 a.m. here, need to sleep. Thanks for another great live stream. Bye for now. Well, thanks always for being here. I really appreciate it, Dougie. You have a great night, and we'll see you Wednesday night. Mary says, hit that like button. Thanks, Mary. Oh, John Bedker says, I've had moose Rocky Mountain oysters. I have had, what was it? Gosh, I think it just would have been cow. There's a funny story. So my dad worked at this slaughterhouse, and he had never eaten Rocky Mountain oysters. And he had been out on the cutting room floor, and everybody was in there taking a break, and they had fried up some emu. No, they had fried up some Rocky Mountain oysters. Sorry, I'm killing it. I'm killing the punchline. They had fried up some Rocky Mountain oysters, and everybody was going on and on and on about it. And Dad said, "What do you got? What is it?" And they all told him that it was fried emu because they slaughtered emus there a lot. And my dad took a bite out of it, and my dad was always a jokester, and he made a joke whenever he bit into it. He says, "Oh, I got a feather," and he acted like he was pulling a feather out. Well, everybody started dying laughing, and he couldn't figure out why they kept on laughing so hard. I mean, they were losing it, and they finally let him in on the joke that he was eating Rocky Mountain oysters. So Punchy says, well, there's 16 watching and 33 likes, so I think we're doing good. Thanks, Punchy. That is good. Allison Chain says, polar bear's teeth will too. The polar bear will kill you if you try to take its liver. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Night Peeps. Later, Dougie. Fishaholic Habit says, do you live far from each other? Who are you talking about, man? I don't know. You might have been talking to somebody else. Just got back from the LFS, spent 40 on fish and frogs, stole them and put in his tank. LOL. I don't really think I understand that. I'm sitting here, and I'm probably reading it wrong. Just got back from LFS, spent 40 on fish, frogs, stole them and put in his tank. Maybe you've got a backup to it. B-Stag is here. What is up, Victor? Ginseng, you Ozark boy. Yup, the lab of Jeffroz. Oh boy, I'm getting made fun of. Allison says there is a molar bear in Yellowstone. Fish and Game trained him to take a molar tooth sample. He was anesthetized but not out. Woke up and killed a hiker. Ugh, that is sad. So Mary says, I watch replays on my big screen. Fix his AC for him while you visit. I don't know how I am to Lucas, but I don't have a fish room, just a bunch of tanks scattered around my house. But I'd be down for a meetup at like our LFS, and we can show you them some love. That would be cool. Yeah, that would be really cool, man. Ginseng. I used to help with branding and always got a big jar of Rocky Mountain oysters. Cool. I would say I've never had them, or have I? There was something, maybe I haven't ever had them. I don't know. I would think they would be the texture of kind of like, this is what I think in my mind. So, chicken gizzards. I love those things if they're cooked right. And that's what I always thought they were like, but there was some kind of video that I watched one time where they were cooking some, and it just reminded me of kind of like a hard, like sausage, I guess you would say. I don't know. Heather says, that moment when you're lurking and all of a sudden hear Rocky Mountain oysters. Yeah, there's no telling what my stream is going to end up being. You know, we never ever have a topic to talk about. So, I mean, I like it whenever I go to a live stream and they have a topic. But, I don't know. I never can think of a topic, and it's like, I don't really care. You know, I mean, like, let's just go and chat. You know? There'll be topics to talk about, definitely. We've never had any troubles talking about anything. Okay. Allison Jane says, LOL, Heather, fresh ones too. Fresh mountain oysters. Dank says he bought fish and frogs, then his son stole them from him and put them in his tank. Okay. that makes a lot of sense. Thanks, Dank. I really appreciate your moderation there, please. I really appreciate that. Yeah, real thing for you says sorry, heat fried brain. That is funny. It's one of those type of things where no matter how many times I read it, I even read it before I started reading it, but I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and read it, and then I still didn't like. I couldn't get it. Dank says, "Yep, hard sausage." Punchy says shouldn't be hard though, so she must cook them right. Ba-bum, 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 bum. Because you know I wouldn't go there. LOL. I could talk the ears off from Dumbo. Yeah, no doubt. My oldest daughter has been visiting, and right now her and her boyfriend are going down to Florida, but she'll be back like next week for another visit. And I hadn't got to see her in like over a year, and I mean to tell you, that girl can talk and talk and talk, and I was always that way too. I am that way still. Oddball Aquatic, she's an only child and first grandchild on both sides of the family. Spoiled is an understatement. Jand and Keller says, was at Petco pricing glass tanks, asked when the next dollar per gallon sale is, said it was July 15th. Is that here in Iowa, Jand? Because that is awesome. Even though they don't do the 40-gallon breeders, I've got one stinking gnat in here in this room. Even though they don't really offer the 40-gallon breeders on that sale, they usually mark them halfway, and the 40-gallon breeders are usually like around 90 some, and they'll mark them down to 45, which is pretty close to like dollar per gallon. Uh-oh, Mary's an only child too. Spoiled rotten. Spoiled rotten. Dank, you're an only child? Not LOL. I don't even text my friends back. Oh, you're a talker. I'm like thinking, Dank is an only child? Jeesh. Yeah, Dank, you are a chatty Cathy, is what you would call it. But I'm not complaining. I am too. There's times when me and Dank will text, and it's like 1,000 texts in like 10 minutes. Just boom, 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 boom. Dank says Jeffro PetSmart will price match. And Punchy said, I heard it was July 18th. You can get 40-gallon breeders for about 45. Yep. Was in Midwest Indiana. Yeah. Punchy says, okay, John Bedker, if you're still in the stream, Punchy is saying 44.9 gallons is what a 40-gallon breeder. One night John was on here, and he was trying to add up how many gallons he has in his fish room, but I think I might have told him 49 gallons. I can't remember. John had never heard that before, and I remember Punchy was the one that told me, but 44.9 gallons, and I may have told you that, John, but I can't remember. But if you've got like 5 or 6 40-gallon breeders, you take 5 times 4 basically, and that's how many more gallons you would have. But Punchy said, so it's basically a dollar a gallon. Yeah, exactly. They probably really technically are thinking that way too. Allison says, what are 20 talls normally? I've never bought a new 20 tall. I know the 20 longs are like, gosh, 45 bucks, 50 bucks, 60 bucks, depending on when you're there. I've never bought a 20 long either, but the last time I priced them, it was like somewhere between 40 and 60 bucks for a 20 long, I think. But I would assume they would be on the dollar per gallon sale too. We are at the bottom of the chat. We're an hour and 23 minutes in, so we'll go for another 6 minutes or so. What to talk about? So Monday's video, I gotta try to promote all my videos here and stuff. Can't remember what I've got up for Monday, so I'll have to go and look. So Monday's video is let's see, Monday will be the 9th. July 9th. So Monday's video is adding a new summer tub plus updates. So I added another summer tub out to my arsenal of, I already had two, so I added a third one. And then I also give you some updates on my other summer tubs. That video is 25 minutes long. So I know there's some of you guys in here that don't like the longer videos, but you can just skip around on it, that's fine. And then Wednesday's video is the video that I made on how I got my zebra danios to spawn. So that is what I said Wednesday, but Thursday's video. So Monday's video is new summer tub, and then Thursday's video is the zebra danio spawn, which the babies are still alive and we're over a week in, so I think we're good. They're growing like little weeds. Valley Fish is in the house. I seen for one split second there. What is up, man? Pete Berlinski says, later, Fish Fam. Gotta get on with my Sunday morning and go fish shopping. Good luck, man. Make sure and post some Instagram pics of it so we can see what you got. Yeah, buy something cool. Does anybody rate flue ball aquariums? I've never had a flue ball aquarium, so I don't know. Mary says, I'm gonna go broke at dollar per gallon sale. I'm not really looking to buy too much. The only tank that I'm looking to buy right now is I need to get another 40-gallon breeder, because this new stand that I'm getting ready to make, I'm going to have vivariums and terrariums on the top of it, and then I'm going to have a 40-gallon breeder on the bottom of it, because right now I'm growing out all my super red bristlenose plecos in two separate 10-gallon tanks, and they're growing really slow. So I would like to get them a grow out tank. So like put some wood down in there, and a couple of sponge filters, and just keep it bare bottom, and feed them really good and grow them out in there. John Bedker says, after recalculating 40s at 45 gallons, I was at 990-ish. Next tank will be the 1,000-gallon breakthrough. That is awesome, man. That is awesome. Cool. I think I started trying to add mine up, and it's like somewhere in the 800s. I'm somewhere in the 800s, I think. Bob says, my last tank is a 30-gallon breeder, deep blue, really nice tank. Awesome, I've never seen one like that. Punchy says, I need a 40-gallon breeder and want to get some 20 longs if they have them. Yeah, I would like to have some 20 longs. The only problem is I would have to make stands for them. Krusty Bojangles has showed up. What is up, everyone? What's up, Krusty? Better late than never. Fishaholic Habit says, how many gallons is 200 liters? Let's just look real quick. Liters to gallons. 200 liters is 52.8344 gallons. Quick on the draw. Everybody's saying hi to Krusty. Steve says, I'll have 43 tanks as of tomorrow. Not sure on the gallons, just over 600 coming tomorrow. Oh my goodness. I've got, I think I counted it up, 31 aquariums set up. And I've got like 4 or 5 empty 10-gallon tanks. Skog's killing the game. Yep. Punchy says, I had a bunch of 20 longs when I had lots of fancy goldfish, but got rid of them many years ago. Now I want some again. It's kind of cool to go back to stuff that you kept before. Like my son's 55-gallon community tank in his room. I kept tiger barbs years ago, and he was asking me, you know, what should I get? What should I get? And I go, I always like the tiger barbs. A lot of people don't like them, but you know, he's got some albinos, some of the green ones, and then the regular tiger barbs, and they're really cool. Put some clown loaches in there with them and stuff, and it's kind of neat to watch them. John says, I think I'm going to get 275 gallons at the next dollar per gallon sale. We'll be over 1,000 then for sure, definitely. Now, John, remind me, are you the one that lives in Cedar Rapids that might possibly let me come and film your fish room? I'm thinking you are, but I'm having a brain fart here. If you are, it'd be kind of nice to look ahead and see what we could do, because I can come just about on any weekend, because Cedar Rapids for me is like an hour and 45 minutes, something like that, but I drive it all the time. So Punchy says, I mathed last night and realized I have had fish for most of 47 years. Good grief, Punchy. God, I'm old. You said it, not me. John says, guess they're only half off. Yeah, only half off. Anything 40 and above, they only do like half off instead of dollar per gallon. Fishaholic Habit says, I like the sound of this deal. The deals you get. John says, yes, probably in August. Okay, cool. And all you got to do is just tell me when you're ready, and then we'll figure something out. You know what I mean? Anyways, we'll go a couple more minutes, and then I'm probably going to get off of here. We are at the bottom of the chat, so I already told you guys what video's coming out. The Summer Tubs updates is Monday. Then I'll be doing the live stream Wednesday night, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. And then Friday morning, bright and early, I'm heading to the Mile High State. And Friday night, I will be at Priscilla MK Arts Place somewhere around 3 to 5 o'clock is when I'm going to be getting in there. And then Saturday morning, I'm going to go over to Mile High Plecos and see his new fish room, because he just got done moving, and he's going to be in the middle of buying or building it and all that kind of stuff. So don't know what we're going to get there. And then Saturday night, I'm going to go live. Saturday, we're going to go to Fishy Mailman's going, Priscilla's going, Mile High's going, Candy and Caleb Overhauls is going. We're going to go to an aquarium there in Denver. So that's going to be fun. And then Saturday night, I'll try to talk Michael into letting us go live there at his place. And then Sunday morning, I'll get up and come back home, and then we'll see what kind of footage I can get there, and maybe I can bring you guys some really cool stuff from some people that are in our hobby that are really awesome. So alright guys, let's see, how are the new goldfish doing? They are doing great. Alright fish fam, later all, good night stream. Good stream, Jeffro. Alright, so I'm at the bottom of the chat. Angelo says, I posted a little video of them on my Instagram and Facebook. So we are at the bottom of the chat. We are at the hour-and-a-half mark. Great stream, guys. Thanks for everyone that came out to support me on this stream. I really appreciate it. You guys are the greatest. And I look forward to seeing you guys again here Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And yeah, thanks for coming out. Peace out. Peace out, y'all. Have a good one. Have a good rest of the weekend. I'm not ending this very good, but peace out, guys.